Hey everyone, so today we will be designing a Nike shoe banner. It's a kind of a like social media banner for Nike, and I chose this shoe because it felt like the most clear cut shoe on the website. By the way, all the images that I get of different products and different shoes, they're all from either Unsplash or Pexels. Now I made a cutout of the product and I'm just placing it on the canvas, trying to figure out the composition. I wanted the background some to be of the same color as the shoe. So I picked the brown from that like bottom corner and made that the background, and I also tried like some gradient, but the gradients were being applied to the shoe, not to the background, and that gave me an idea. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to write this like Nike, change the font, and try to put a gradient on that uh, text. I tried out this like gradient Nike in the back as an element with like a brownish tone, but now I'm going to try a different color combination actually, which will be like black and white sort of combination. Immediately after trying that combination, I realized it's not good, so I just uh, completely abandoned that one, and now I'm just trying to figure out how to make the background look seamless with the design. So I'm just putting some sort of background drop shadows to make the product stand out from the background. As usual, the design that I'm going for, it's not exactly like I knew the composition going into the design. I just take inspiration from like different designs on the internet and kind of feeling things out, because I would like to like know what type of composition I want before going in, but actually I think it works better this way because I get to do experiments. So I just keep going back and forth with different designs to uh, see if anything sparks my imagination. After trying out different backgrounds, I decided to focus on the main product first. So I decided that instead of it being horizontal, what if I put it vertically on the design? And that was a unique choice, and it would have worked with a different design, but uh, it didn't work quite well with this one, in my opinion. I'm trying to make it more differentiated and more uh, and have more depth to it. So that's what I'm trying now. And now I'm trying like different inspiration to see what else I can do with it. Now I'm going to try a technique shown by a YouTuber. I will link his video down below. But before I do that, I am going to sharpen the image some more to make it stand out, and that was a good decision because now it looks much better in my opinion. And now I'm just cleaning up some of the bad cutouts and placing it in a better way. I thought this like just single Nike in the background wasn't working well, so now I'm trying to do some experiment with the text. I've decided to abandon the idea of the like vertical design and just went with the horizontal one. And now I'm just like trying different techniques. This actually worked too in my opinion, but it needed to be cleaned up a bit more because the cutout was not well done. So now I'm just doing some cleanup using the shadow as a guide actually, because I couldn't actually see the dots except in the shadow. No, I had an idea with this Vision Pro design that I'm going to try out now. But first I needed a Nike logo because it was a Nike design, so the logo had to be somewhere. I it wasn't letting me like do a cutout for some reason, so I had to log I had to close Photoshop and then come back to kind of uh, do it again. I tried to put the logo in a very strategic way, but maybe the file of the logo was not well or something like that. So it looked really bad. So I just decided to put it in the corner as like a as the usual design element. Now I'm getting closer to the final result. Um, I decided to put a gradient on top of the text, and now I'm gonna try a stroke to it, and yeah, it's gonna come closer to the final result now. One thing that was very frustrating was that if I put the opacity of the stroke a little bit lower, the whole design would get blurry. So I had to put the opacity to almost to the 100 level. And now I'm putting some depth into the text by erasing the bottom, and it was a cool effect. And but the problem was that the stroke was on top of the design, So I'm going to put the stroke in the background as well actually. I decided that instead of erasing the uh, design just in the corners of the product was not good enough, so I just decided to erase all the all of the design from the background. And now I'm just trying to put a drop shadow of some sort to the product, and it looks quite good actually. This is actually the it's getting closer to the final result actually. I thought I'd put a secondary text in the design as well, the Nike uh, text of just do it. And the font that I used was, I think, Montserrat, and the like very light Montserrat, because I saw somewhere that this is a good combination with the text that I use for the primary design, which is the Nike logo. And I just did some kerning to make it stand out more. The design was almost finished. It just needed some adjustments here and there, and this is what I was trying to do actually. I discovered this technique from Nickel Power. I will share the video in the description. But the problem was that I wanted to blur the background image and it wasn't working, because for some reason the cutout picked up the pinkish background of the original text. So I erased that and just tried to do a background glow effect, and now I'm just adjusting the design to get the composition right. After that, I decided to try out a different thing, which is to just put a light sort of brush in the background, and that kind of giving it an illusion of a light coming from the back and the top. Now there's just some like highlights on the product as well to reflect the light. The design is almost finished, but I thought I would try that technique of Nickel Power. But instead of putting it like just as a blur, I decided to put a color overlay on it so that the pinkish background wouldn't show. And this makes it look like the shoe is actually kind of in motion, because it's like leaving a shadow behind. So that was a cool effect that I managed to pull off actually. And Yeah, this is actually the final design. I made two designs out of it actually. Let me know which one do you like. One is this one, and the other is a bit of a dynamic one, I would say, where I skewed the text a bit more to uh, kind of reflect the motion of the design actually. This one looked too flat to me, so I decided to make two versions of it. Let me know which one do you like. This is the first one, and this is the last one. Let me know which one do you like, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe and all that jazz.